Good morning. I'm going to show you what the title department does in Yavapai County and some of the other counties when we start to type a title report. I pulled up the report to save time. I've also pulled up all the documents I need that I previously uploaded the file. So now I'm going to work off those documents and write the title report. My date, the title plant date is current through 12/28/17, so I'm going to enter that here. Then I'm going to go in and copy the buyer right out of this form, which pulls through from the system so that we don't have any mistakes there. I like to keep everything consistent, except I do want to add periods after their initials. Now I'm going to pull up the file so that I can see what escrow has entered. It's wife and husband, so I'm going to enter wife and husband so everything matches your order. Now I'm going to go down and enter my vesting. This will populate. Now I'm going to enter my vesting, so I'm going to pull my vesting deed up, which is something I previously pulled. So now I'm going to type my vesting directly off my vesting deed. Uh-oh, we have an extra person that isn't shown in my portal. I have Floyd and Dawn, so in this case we're going to need to pull a copy of the contract. That's a reason why everybody always needs to upload their contracts, because I need to be able to see, oh, okay, so escrow didn't enter this last name, Jonathan Naveau. He was on the contract. Without the contract, I can't tell who's executed it. I can't tell if Jonathan's deceased. That's information title needs. So now that I know that he's on there, I'm going to go ahead and notify escrow that they have to add him to the seller center and do the terrorist search. I also need to add him to the GI, so I need to go back and redo that. So actually we've kind of wasted a lot of time with not reviewing our contract and correctly entering that. So now I need to add Jonathan. Jonathan Naveau. And he is a single man. And then I want to scroll down and see how they took title. They took title as joint tenants with right of survivorship, so we're going to put all as joint tenants with then what I'm going to do for the 24-month chain of title note that the lenders like is I'm going to copy my vesting, move down here, copy it in here. We know there's an affixed mobile home because we've already. Now that brings me to another thing that I've noticed in this chain, and this is why we always need to check a back chain. If you recall, if you watched one of the other videos, I went through and I pulled everything affecting this property starting in 1987. So here's all the documents from 1987 forward. I don't see an affidavit of a fixture. However, when I look at my parcel info sheet, which I find it's very important if you have those in the file, I can see that I do have one, and I can see it was 1982. So I know I need to go back to the county and run a search all the way back and find that affidavit of a fixture so I can upload a copy into the file and take exception to it in Schedule B. So now I will finish filling this in. I'm not going to go all through this report because it would take too long, so I'll just fill in a few more things. This is where we enter the information about the, I'll fill that in later. First I'll go to filling in the legal description. Legal description gives us a little pop-up screen, which is taking a while. And we type it in here, and we type it off the vesting deed. A lot of times you can copy it from another file and correct it. I copy using references, but in this case I'll just show you how we do enter it. And then we like to add the APN number, which we copy out of here so that we're not repeatedly typing it and causing potential mistakes. If you use the cut and paste feature, it helps. So that populates right into your file. Then we fill in our tax information here. Requirements, we hit the Add Edit Requirements button. That'll pull up another pop-up, which is right here. These are the codes we use, and we fill them in this way. I don't want to go into that right now because it'll take too much time. We do the same thing if we have exceptions for the chain of title. We click this button and fill in there. And exceptions, which is where that affidavit of a fixture will go when I find it, go in here. We click the Add Exceptions button. So that's pretty much how a title report gets typed, and hopefully that helps, and I'll go back and fill in the rest of the information as soon as I find it. Thank you.